What's going on, guys? I'm here in Benjakitti Park in Bangkok. I'm just gonna walk around. I want to talk about making things better through design. But before we start off our walk, take a look at this. This is hands down. This shut down now, but this used to be one of the scariest half pipes I had ever seen. It has really steep transitions and it's very short, and so it's very fast. I tried it a few times, well beyond my skill level. Anyway, let's go talk about making things better through design. So, talking about making things better through design. And do me a favor, guys, before we jump into this topic on this walk and talk, give the video a like. That'll give the YouTube algorithm a little tickle for me. And if you're new, you like this video, please consider subscribing. I would appreciate it. With that being said, let's discuss how we make things better through design. And I think this park is a good example, which is why I chose to have this conversation here at the park. When I used to live near here, I would walk in this park 3-4 times a week. I tried to do about 10 kilometers every time I would walk. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, right? But you know, this park has been undergoing renovations since, at least since I lived near here, and it's gotten considerably better. You know, they fixed up some of the paths, they fixed the parking for the people who drive here. They did quite a bit of work to improve it overall, which, you know, I really appreciate. And on top of it, they're now expanding it with the whole forest project. So this park will become part of a network with this, the forest, and Lumpini. So the Bangkok Forest, Lumpini Park, and Benjakitti will all be in a little network, sort of connected by that green mile, which I did a video walking down, and I'll link that up above for you guys. I can see my shadow. I just realized. But there have been a lot of design changes that have, in fact, improved this park quite a bit. So, you know, it's an improvement through design, like I talked about. And I think that's been paramount to making the livability of the areas that these parks will span, you know, much greater. But I'm sure you guys have all seen this with a product in the past as well. A product that just has a horrible design, and maybe has had a horrible design for years and years and years, and finally gets some type of update, and it's just incredibly improved. I remember the first time I saw a ratcheting screwdriver change my life. You know, from the perspective of having to manually crank it to now having the ratchet as opposed to electric. So not as fast as an electric, not as slow and arduous as a manual. You have the ratchet. Incredible design improvement, in my opinion. And there are always little things that get tweaked and changed over the years. Swimsuits, professional swimsuits, are one that I found really interesting when Michael Phelps was talking about his Speedo swimsuit. I think it was called the Speedo Laser. Was the fastest swimsuit. Not that he was the fastest swimmer, but his suit was the fastest suit. I thought that was really interesting. But that was through design, through material design, the way they did the seams, the construction, all of that came into play. So you can improve a lot of things through design. You know, through your own work as well, but cities are a great example. The livability of Bangkok, or this section of Bangkok, will be greatly improved. When the BTS SkyTrain was built in Bangkok, it greatly improved the livability of the city, especially on that Sukhumvit and that Siloam line. Access completely changed. The ability to navigate the city without having an automobile drastically improved. That's good design. And I talk about it from a Bangkok perspective because, you know, it's where I live. This is where I call home. And since this is where I call home, the design of the city in that regard is something that I find really interesting. Oh, it looks like they've ended this quite a bit sooner than I anticipated. I thought for some reason the end was further up. I do declare I will have to turn around. Oh my, oh my. Let's take a look down here, the danger construction area. I wonder if I could just skip boppity boop over there. No, it doesn't look like it. The fact that it's not blocked right there on that end makes me think that it's blocked somewhere further down. And being a giant farang, I would definitely not be stealthy enough to get away with it. So let's turn around and go back the other way. Still get some good light, and give me a few more minutes to talk about this. I'd like to talk about some more, but we'll end up turning directly into the light at some point up ahead, and that won't be good. But I'll tell you one thing where design has played very small role, or almost no role, since its inception, and that's the microwave. Think about this. I'm sure you guys have all been to your grandparents' house back in the day, or maybe, if you're lucky, your great-grandparents' house. I was fortunate enough to have one set of great-grandparents alive, or at least one great-grandparent alive into my teenage years. But the microwaves, even the old beat-up microwaves at my grandparents' house, were pretty much the same as the microwaves I had at the time. The microwave I have now has almost no design changes compared to microwaves that I had 20, 30 years ago. So it's one of the things that has not benefited from a number of design, at least not on the aesthetic or the user interface front. The microwave I have at home still has a little spring-driven knob that you turn. I don't even have the touch pads. Also interesting, guys. Also interesting. You know, again, this is a topic I'd like to dive into a bit more. It just so happened that the light is not agreeing with it today for me to be able to get out here and film a bit more, because I'm about to turn into the sun, and that'll just cause all types of J.J. Abrams style lens flare and blindness to you guys. So, ooh, pretty flowers. So with that said, guys, I'm gonna wrap this video up. A bit short, but hey, they don't all have to be 20-minute bangers, right? Let me know in the comments what you guys think about design, improvement through design. And let me know if there's any items out there that you've seen big improvement through design over the years. I'd love to hear about that. Or a city that has improved through design over time. I'd love to hear about that. Let me know in the comments. And maybe I'll even do videos on some of those suggestions. I'll research them and maybe do a different type of video. With that being said, guys, until next time, keep taking action. Make your ideas reality.